KAISI, here to support you and the whole planet in ascension, here to midwife a whole new consciousness on planet Earth of love, light, and truth. About wealth and abundance, right? We love in the purple. Thank you, Linda. We're talking about wealth, okay? Mwah! Love you, family. And we're talking about how to manifest money fast. Now, I'm going to give you 5 resources that changed. When I say these 5 changed everything for me, they changed everything for me. Now, these 5 resources that I am going to share with you, when I tell you they changed everything in my money world, kid you not. I kid you not. Let's go to the very first one. If you do not yet have the Abundance Book by John Randolph Price, put it in the chat. Number 1. This is bar none, hands down. Get this, drop everything. I'll have it linked up below with our Amazon link, if you'd be so kind as to use our Amazon link to get it in the Amazon store. John Randolph Price, the Abundance Book, and actually doing the process, hands down. Now let me share with you a little bit of my story if we haven't met yet. If we haven't met yet, back in the day, I had money issues, even though I always had money. I'm gonna say that again. People think that if you have money, you don't have money issues. Isn't that book amazing, Danielle? Like, that book rewired my whole consciousness. People think that if you have money, you don't have money issues, and that's not true. There are people that have money, and they have a lot of money, and they still have money issues. One of the big money issues that I had was I could make a whole lot of money. I can go out here and make any amount of money I want at any time. And I can spend a whole lot of money too. It would run right out the back door. So it was like a freight train tracks. In the front door, straight out the back door. I was just watching it fly in and fly out, like, what just happened? And sitting there still, did I just go through all that money? Well, let me go make some more, because I know I can make money, and I know it's in my hands to be able to manifest very quickly. It's just a gift from God. So people that are like that, we blow through a lot of stuff too. So that's one problem that people with money have. Another problem that people with money have is, this was another issue with me, when I was married to the man who had won $17 million in the lottery and we had tons of money, they tend to throw money at problems rather than throw themselves at the issue. They just throw money at it. Like, I have thrown so much money at so many issues and they didn't go away because me was what was required. The I am as me was required to handle that thing. Let me think if I can think of an example. An example will come to me and a story will come to me. Let's go further. Problems that people with money have. People with money and people who can make a lot of money fast, besides spending a lot, not having a handle on becoming a receptacle for money where money hangs around, now I shifted my whole self to be the kind of person that money just comes and it hangs around, okay? If you shift yourself to a person, your vibration is welcoming to money, it's friendly to money. Money comes and it hangs around you. I always have money in my bank account, always. I always have money. Now I always have money. Before, I was always running out of money and had to make more money. Now, I always have money. Hey, Derry, how you loving? How did the flip happen? These 5 resources that I'm talking about. Now, people that have a lot of money coming in, you could have, I don't care how much it is, 5 million, 10 million a year. If you have 10 million coming in and you spend 12 million, you are in debt to the tune of $2 million. And this other person over here may only be making $250,000. Yeah, they're able to only spend, they live on let's say they live on a $125,000 lifestyle, which is $10,000 a month, which is a great lifestyle, by the way. In America, we're a little skewed in our numbers. But there are many countries I could take you to right now. You would live like a king or queen in Bali for $2,000, $3,000 a month. I mean, villa, swimming pool, all of it. There are many countries in Africa. If you went there right now, you would have a mansion, a gardener, a cook, a cleaning staff. You would be right by the beach. Like, don't let the numbers in America fool you, because the numbers in America skew the thing upward. Just because all these big cities in America are uber expensive and makes you think that 6 figures is just an average. 6 figures is not an average amount of money. Let me share something with you. 80% of the world, I think 80% of the world makes something like less than $1,000 in a year. 80% of the world. So don't think, that means if you have $1,000, more than $1,000 a year, and I'm sure all of you have $1,000, thousands of dollars a month coming in, some of you thousands of dollars a day coming in, let me tell you something. That's a lot of money, okay? So now, thank you so much, Maritza. So now, if you consider, if you're a person that has $250,000 coming in, and you are able to live on half of that, and you can bank half of that, do you see that this person is much more wealthy than this person? It's not about how much money you can manifest. It is about profit. That means how much is yours left over after you've taken care of the expenses to make that money. And it is about how sticky am I to money? Does money flock to me and stick to me? Like Oprah. Does it flock to me and stick to me? Most people are too slippery when it comes to money. The money comes and it just slides right off. That's a problem. What problem is that? It is an unworthiness problem. It is a value problem. We don't think we're valuable. We don't think we're worth it. We don't think we're worthy of having a lot of money in the bank. We don't think we're worthy of making a lot of money and keeping a lot of money. Check your shadow. Just turn around and say, shadow, what are you saying to me? Well, I think your bank account is telling you what I'm saying to you. Yes, look at you. It's not a surprise. Look at your bank account. None of this is brain science, brain surgery, right? This is not rocket science. It's cause and effect. It's simple. It's a law of cause and effect. So all we must do is go within and change our consciousness. So now, why is John Randolph Price's abundance book so critical? And how did I use it to manifest money like that and to change myself? How did I do that? I worked the process that is in that book. Ooh! It amazes me how many people read books for completion and not for integration. Oh yeah, you can pick it up, you can read it, you complete it. You didn't integrate it, it didn't become a part of you. You didn't eat the words, digest them, and let them become a part of your energetic system. That's why you still have the same experience, but you read the book, but your money didn't change. Well, KAISI, I read that book 5 times. Right. You completed it 5 times. You did not integrate it. Because if you had integrated it, it would be part of your natural way of becoming. It would now have cleared out debris in the subconscious mind, and you will have now changed vibrationally into a different being, and you would have a different result naturally with doing nothing different, because you are different. If that didn't happen, that's why I came to give this message today. Now I'm going to show you how I work this process. I worked this process, you would have thought it was my full-time job. Because I was like, hell to the no. I'm not going to not have money. It's not an option. I wish more spiritual people would say that. But spiritual people seem to have some unconscious patterning and programming that's very virtuous not to have money. And I found it's very virtuous to have a lot of money. That's what I discovered in my own life. Now you can discover, I don't know, this is a spiritual path. Everybody gets to choose for themselves what they're discovering. This was my discovery. Well, damn, when I don't have money, this is not virtuous. This is not authentic to who I truly am, which is a child of the divine. And this is causing you, broke makes you do broke ass shit that's really bad for you. Have you noticed? Broke makes you eat bad food that's bad for you. Broke makes you compromise your values just so you can survive. Broke is bad. It's very bad. I don't mess with that biatch. I haven't seen her in I don't know how long. I kicked her out religiously. I was like, you got to go, boo. because you're making me compromise myself. I can't do that out here in these streets. Let's go further. I worked the process like my life depended upon it. Because first I made a decision. This morning in the mystery school, if you haven't applied for the mystery school or joined us in the mystery school, please do go to Christian Witches. The link will be below. This morning in the mystery school, here in class with the students, we do everything online together. What was our Course in Miracles lesson that Spirit took us to? Lesson 152. Look it up. The power of decision is my own. Amen, love. How you love it, boo? Mwah! Lesson 152. The power of decision is my own. What have you decided? Because only you get to choose what you're going to decide. What if I decided? Because you have what you decided to have. Oh, I chose this. I chose this bank account. I chose these investments. I chose these broke ass people around me. I chose all of this. But since the power of decision is my own, and I can make a decision at any point in time, let's make a new decision, okay? Here's my new decision. Universe, cancel all those other broke ass decisions I made. I'm gonna do a reset. And you can't just say it, you have to be it. Cancel all those other decisions I made. And here is my new decision. Forbes billionaire list. Now, do I care about the Forbes billionaire list? I'm gonna be on the Forbes billionaire list, of course. I'll probably be the first Black woman billionaire author, of course. Do I care about that? Probably not. What do I care about? Who I become as I do that. Ooh, the journey is the prize. That's just a Mount Everest goal to give myself. It's who I become. Who will I become? Now, the first billionaire author is J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. Before that, it wasn't even fathomed that an author would be a billionaire. It wasn't even in our languaging. It wasn't even a concept that could be even, we didn't fathom that. Because we always think starving artists. Well, I knew I wasn't gonna do that. We think, because this is how we've been conditioned, that we cannot find multi-millions and billions in what we love doing. Decide again, because you can. There's nothing stopping you. Next. So how did I work this process? Here is the process. There are 10 principles. 10 principles. I promise you, if you integrate these 10 principles, if we cut you open and look at one of your cells and we can find these 10 principles, it's impossible to be without money. I promise you. I promise you. If we can look at your nervous system and we can see these 10 principles, it's impossible to be without money. Now, here's what it looked like. The 10 principles are to be meditated on, contemplated, chewed, walked around with. This is a new energy that you're playing with and integrating, and you're slathering it on yourself every day. 10 principles, one a day. Now, this is our 40-day process. So on day 1, principle number 1, day 2, principle, on until you get to the end of the 10, then you start back again with day 1, right? With principle number 1. Now, when you do these 10 principles, this is the part people miss. Why do we miss the most important parts of the thing? There is a cancel statement that you have to write out. Morning and night. Come on. Woo! Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Come on, Money Monday family. Come on, Money Monday family. I'm talking to the right people. We got to get this money manifestation, and you got to get it fast. Like, forget slow. That's for the birds. And even the birds got instantaneous manifestation. Every day they get worms and everything they want. Water, bird bath. People are leaving seeds out for them. Birds are like great manifestors. Now, there is a cancel statement. People don't work the process. And here's why people don't work the process. Because deep down inside, you don't think you're worth it. Anytime you do not see yourself giving to yourself an hour to 2 hours early in the morning, like we said, I was up at 3 this morning, Central Time, 4 Eastern Time, right? I was actually up before then, 2 something, whatever, because Spirit always wakes me up early. Anytime you do not give yourself an hour to 2 hours in the morning of spiritual practice throughout the day, and at least an hour of spiritual practice at night, you don't think you're worth it. And you might say, I ain't got no 2.5 hours a day. Oh, there you have it. There you have it. I promise you, if you did 2.5 hours of spiritual practice every single day, hour in the morning, hour at night, and throughout the day, you had these like 10-minute increments or 15 or 20-minute increments, it would be impossible for you to be off in your vibration. I'm talking true spiritual practice. I'm talking going to the self of all selves, and sitting in the lap of God in complete stillness with attention drawn away from the body and from the 5 senses, and all that attention and that awareness turned within to source. It would be impossible. We don't work out processes. We don't work out processes because deep down inside, we really don't think we're worth it. Ooh, change that. Now, there is a statement that you write out in the morning. You have to get a special book for this. Do you know how many special books I got for this? And how many times I did this? I can't even count how many times I did it over the years. I can't count how many. Do it till you don't need to do it no more. Do it until you look up and you just got money coming at you every single place. Money coming in my bank account sometimes now, and I didn't even know that money was going to come to me like that. And it's always going to be like that because the vibration change. That means the result is permanent and getting better and better and better. You just keep up leveling your good results. Now, morning and night, you get a new book. You write out the statement, because John Randolph Price was a master, and because he was a master, when you work with a master, you're receiving, ooh, wait for it, you are receiving the energy current that master holds. But people think he's dead. Death is an illusion. John Randolph Price is helping people from the upper realms like you wouldn't believe. That means when you work his process, this is a master. Y'all out there reading 59 million books about how I made $1 million on YouTube in 10 minutes. So the fuck what? Who cares? Do you understand that these are not lasting success stories? I don't want to find out how to make $1 million on YouTube in 10 minutes. Not interested in that. Oh, how I made $300,000 last month from doing X. Y'all watching them webinars, filling up your inbox with all these webinars. Come to this webinar, come to that webinar. Now you're in the email sequence. They're gonna keep emailing you every 2 days and tell you come to this and come to that and buy my stuff and buy my stuff and buy my stuff. Fuck it. It's not gonna get you there. Has it gotten you there yet? I don't think so. It's not gonna get you there. You scrolling Facebook. How to make $300,000 making your own course. How to make $500,000 doing this. How to make this doing this. And look what I did. I did it. They did it. You ain't gonna do it in that course. I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna do it. That's why I don't have any courses like that. I've never had courses like that. Never, ever, ever. Everything I have ever done was for you to shift your consciousness. Because when your consciousness is shifting, your results are permanent. Change your vibration, change your consciousness. That's a permanent change, and it works for everyone. Now, there's a statement you must make in the morning. You write it out. Then you work with that one principle all day long. Then at night, you write out the statement again. You see, there's a connection between you writing and your subconscious mind. See, your subconscious mind is being reprogrammed, repatterned as you're in this process. Now, here's the best part of the process. You're gonna love this part. You might not love it. You will love the results. Because we don't love this stuff. You love the results. Here is the results, right? All right. Oh man, all these emails. You ain't got no emails from KAISI. And if you've been with me for a very long time, I used to have this prayer email list that you could join. And I would send you prayers in the morning. I don't like emails. That's why I don't send emails. I love texts. And I send texts. I don't send emails. I don't like them. So I'm not sending them. And I got a huge email list. I have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of emails. Not interested. I'm interested in connection with people and supporting you and shifting your consciousness. Forget about the tactic. Do you understand all these email people are teaching you a tactic? Do this and do this and do this and do this. That's a tactic. And if your faulty consciousness touches a tactic, you got a bigger problem than before. No, thank you. Fix your consciousness. That's the answer. Now, let's go further. Here's the best part of this whole process. If you are doing this process and you get to day 27, because you got to do it 40 days straight. If you get to day 40, let's say 27, and you don't do day 27, you have to start back at day 1. Your 40 days resets. Any day you miss, start back at day 1. Okay, I'm on day 1 again. And I used to get mad about that, oh shucks. But that was because I was fucking broke. And I wasn't broke in that I didn't have money, because I had money. I always had money. I always had these beautiful houses, money, and all that. I was broke because I was not a good steward, and I did not think I was worthy of holding great wealth. That's what I mean by broke. Broke doesn't mean I didn't have money. I can manifest money like this. Yet it did not amass to great wealth as it is now, right? Because manifestation of money and wealth is 2 different things. You can manifest money. I can manifest 25,000, 10,000, 50,000, whatever I need, And you are the same. You're gonna manifest it. Whatever you need, you're gonna manifest it. Do you realize that when you have wealth, you don't have to do so much manifestation? Because you already have it. What a secret. If you had wealth, you wouldn't need to do all this instantaneous manifestation. Okay? Now, here's what has happened to me. One time I was in the John Randolph Price experience for about 88 days. Because I would get like all the way to day 30. Miss a day. Why? Because I was traveling, something big happened, I was on the road all day, go to bed that night, and sausages fall out in the bed, wake up the next morning. Oh man, day 30. I didn't do day 30. Beautiful. Start back at 1. Day 1. Here I am, day 1. See, I've been in that process. Get to day 15. Oh man, miss day 15. Go back to 1. Go. Day 30. Oh man, I missed day 30. Go back to 1. Do you see that's good for your consciousness? Do you understand that's a gift? I didn't understand it was a gift at the time. Now I see the gift in it. If it takes me 88 days to go through a 40-day process, that means I'm fucked up. I need double the time just to go through it. I need more than double the time. Do you see that that's a problem? That's why you ain't got no money. This is all going to be corrected. This is all going to be taken care of. That is the beautiful thing about it. The process is taking care of it. Now, let me give you one of these principles. I literally used to walk around saying this principle over and over, because all day you're supposed to have the principle with you. It's before you. It's like Jewish people have it right. They're just supposed to keep the word of God in front of you on your forehead. That's why some of the rabbis, they wear it on their forehead. Humans need that. You need to have it right, and you need to be like this with it. Yes. Eat your food. Kids, yep, I'm getting us some more money with this thing I'm doing. Come on, y'all, say it with me. Going in the cleaners, go into your car, have it up on the thing with the car. Please look where you're driving with the car. Have it up on the thing. That's how you're supposed to bring it to the forefront of your consciousness if you want the result. Here's one of the ones I used to walk around and say, because number 9 resonated so deeply with me because I was so unfulfilled. I had a black hole. Y'all heard me talk about black hole consciousness. Black hole consciousness is a thing. It's where a whole lot of money comes and it disappears. You don't know where the fuck it went. Black hole consciousness. Throw all this good stuff in it. Where did it go? Black hole. So because I had this big black hole in consciousness, I couldn't understand where all my good was going. Well, unworthiness was the black hole. And she was sitting there like, yeah, I got all your shit. I just took your money. I just took your boo in your relationship because you're not worthy of it anyway. And ooh, unworthiness. She is belligerent. She's very belligerent, right? So here's what I did. Out of these 10 principles, there's going to be some that really resonate with you, right? Probably number 5 really resonates with me. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. Do you see I work these principles? Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the activity of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. You see, I meditated on each word. Money is not my supply. What does that mean? Money is not my supply. Money is not my supply. Money is not my supply. Because deep down inside somewhere, you really believe money is your supply. Money is not my supply. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. Ooh, my clients are not my supply. They're persons. My customers are not my supply. They're persons. No place is my supply. This beautiful home my boo is paying for. No circumstance, no person, place, or condition is my supply. The condition, I'm at this job, but they just fired me. That's not my supply. I should be happy. Ooh, if you meditate on this, you'll get it. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. Well, what is my supply then? Because I gave all these things outside of me so much power. And I really thought that they were my supply. Well, what is my supply? Here it goes. My awareness. Oh, I have to have awareness of something. Understanding. Oh, I have to have understanding of something. And knowledge. Oh, I have to have knowledge of something. Of the all-providing, does it say all-providing? All-providing, look up principle number 5. Let me tell you something, these are encoded in my genome at this point. Of the all-providing activity, there's an all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. Ooh, wait a minute. There is a divine mind within me. Yes. And this is an all-providing, wait a minute, this divine mind is active? Yes. You see, you have to meditate on every single word. The reason you didn't get it, you read the book, you didn't get every single word. You're supposed to meditate on it. The all-providing. It doesn't say half-providing. So why am I half-paying stuff? It says the all-providing. Do I have trust in that? Like I have trust in my next breath? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that the divine mind is all providing. That's why I'm still worried. That's why I'm still in doubt. No, God, I don't believe you. Well, there's your problem. It says the all-providing activity. What does that mean? That the divine mind is dynamic. It's not static. There's an activity of divine mind. There's an activity of divine mind that's going before you that is straightening your way. There's an activity of the divine mind that is already taking care of all the things that are going to come before you. You see, this dynamic divine mind is active. Well, we don't even trust divine mind. Here's another principle well, start with number 1. God is lavish, unfailing abundance, the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. This all-providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as me, the reality of me. Let's start with that. This is principle number 1. God is lavish, unfailing abundance. Well, how come my life don't look like lavish, unfailing abundance? Do you ever start to ask, do you ask yourself these questions? I did. Okay, God is, my dress is skin. The turban was like, we can't hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Principle number 1. I ain't finished with y'all yet. I ain't finished yet. Okay. This is a powerful message. You got to get this message. You must get it. Send all your money manifestors to this video because you know this is my specialty. This is my message. This is my gifting from God. Principle number 1 says, God is lavish, unfailing abundance. Just walk around all day saying that to yourself. God is lavish, unfailing abundance. Put it in the chat. God is lavish, unfailing abundance. God is lavish. Not just God is abundance. God is lavish, unfailing. That means it can't fail. Well, in my Tiffany Haddish voice, whoa, she ready. It's unfailing. Then why do I think it's going to fail me? Because I don't see it with my eyes. God is lavish, unfailing abundance. Put it in the chat. God is lavish. I am feeling abundance. Lavish. Have anything you want, baby. The more, the better. Okay? Lavish, I'm feeling abundance. The rich. Do you hear what it says? The rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. Okay. Rich. Omnipresent, that means everywhere present. That means present right where I am. The rich, omnipresent substance, that means I'm made of this rich, omnipresent substance. This is the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. Well, who knew? God is lavish. There you go. There's all providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as me. God made itself an individual. Me. God made itself an individual. You. God made itself an individual. You. Individualized as me, the reality of me. Ooh. The reality of me is God. The reality of me is rich, omnipresent substance. Well, will somebody tell my bank accounts this? Bank accounts, the rich, omnipresent substance, that's me. Your bank accounts. You want to respond to that? That's all. Now here was one of my faves. 1, I love. 5, I love. Here's 9. When I am aware of the God self within me as my total fulfillment, I am totally fulfilled. I am now aware of this truth. I have found the secret of life, and I relax in the knowledge that the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is continuously, effortlessly, easily pouring forth from my divine consciousness. I am now aware. I am now in the flow, right? Or I simply have to be aware of the radiation, the creative energy of this, the radiation of this divine energy. I'm now aware, I am now in the flow. So there's something emanating from my divine consciousness. It's pouring forth from my divine consciousness. So you see that these 10 principles are going to make you first understand, wait a minute, I am, that's that, nothing needs to go behind I am. And now I am is pouring forth into your bank accounts, pouring forth into your life, pouring forth into your world. I'm not gonna beat this I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. I think we can put the nails in this coffin. If you didn't work the process of the abundance books, start there. Memorize them, chew them, eat them, do the process. Get to day 20, miss a day. Miss a day on purpose, just so you can start back at number 1 again. It's a gift to your soul because it's anchoring you in truth. Number 2 resource. Oh man, this resource is so good. When I'm aware, that's right. And I relax in the knowledge that the activity of divine abundance is eternally operating in my life. I simply have to be aware of the flow, the radiation of that dynamic energy that is easily, effortlessly, continuously, easily, effortlessly pouring forth from my divine consciousness. It's pouring forth. It's pouring forth. Well, it's in me, and it's pouring forth. Here is resource number 2. And number 1 is the big one. Don't go to the other ones unless you have fully chewed on, digested, gone through the processes of number 1. Here's number 2. I know, Danielle, isn't that beautiful that when we were in the abundance circle and we did one of these principles every single day, it causes the subconscious repatterning, reprogramming. We need that, right? So the abundance circle is still working. Next, here's number 2, and this one works within 30 days. Now, John Randolph Price, 40 days. This one, 30 days. Brazil. Put it in the chat. Brazil. B-R-Z-E-E. Now, y'all may know I love Dr. Pillai. I learned Brazil from Dr. Pillai. I went all the way to India so I could sit at the feet of this master. I chanted with this master. Brazil is on another plane. It's on another plane. Now, when I wanted a car, because I'm not telling y'all anything that Danielle, that Brazil, it ain't nothing but the truth. Dr. Palai told us people have whole houses named Brazil. They have cars with Brazil on the license plate. They have manifested so much with Brazil so fast. Here's how you use Brazil. This is how I used it. Within 30 days, car just like that. Brazil, B-R-Z-E-E, Brazil. I'm going to show you how I use it in a moment. Brazil is a sacred sound. And it was given to us by, Dr. Palai said Brazil came from a being, a higher order being, who desires greatly to help humanity with our suffering and poverty and emptiness of the spirit. That's all poverty is an emptiness of the spirit. Holes in the soul that need to be filled with God. This entity meditated, get this, for 1,000 years to receive Brazil. And then this entity gave it to us. And we don't even want to meditate for 20 minutes. But this entity meditated for 1,000 years to receive the sacred sound, Brazil. Now, here's how I used it. You want a car? You want to know anything? Want to know a TMI secret of Brazil? Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. You want pretty much to manifest anything. Pretty much anything. Dr. Palai looks just like my wealthy tourist. Come on. Dr. Palai, plenty money. Plenty money. Dr. Palai's presence is so powerful. Like, you can't even touch Dr. Palai. Like, when you go to an event with Dr. Palai, you can't touch him. People can't touch him. They ask you not to touch Dr. Palai. Number one, that's probably for your own good. You probably go and hug him and be like, you just be zapped. So much energy, your nervous system couldn't handle it. But anyway, you don't touch Dr. Palai. Dr. Palai's presence is just like emanating. I think he's an enlightened being on the planet. Like, God put me in front of Dr. Palai for a reason. And we went in all those Indian temples and it was just like Dorothy, Kansas, in Oz, not Kansas. Okay, now, I've found it for some, that's right, that's exactly right. So here's how I use Brazil. When you are desirous of creating something very fast within 30 days, all you do is wake up every single morning at 5 a.m. and all you do is chant Brazil for 1 hour. You have to chant it for an hour. It takes stamina, it takes strength, it takes breath work. I just would get up 5 o'clock in the morning, go straight to meditation. Don't wash, don't do all that stuff. That's just gonna delay you. That's just gonna get you bogged into the material world. And you don't wanna be in the material world. You still wanna be in that waking consciousness, right? You have all these layers of consciousness. You have beta, alpha, theta, delta. You still want to be an alpha, which is the gateway to the screen of the unconscious. So I just sat down. I was just sit cross-legged, and I would just chant Brazil, 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 and you will start to notice that you'll see gold. And you will start to notice that the wealth, Brazil is a wealth chant, you will start to notice that the wealth is turning around and recognizes that it's being called and it starts to come to you. You don't have to hold anything in your mind. Now, if you chant Brazil and do Kegels at the same time, well, I mean Kegels if you have a vagina. If you don't have a vagina, don't do this. I don't know what the lingam, I don't know what you would do with a lingam. I don't have a lingam, I have a yoni. So I don't know what the correlation would be. Figure it out. Go to somebody, a spiritual teacher that has a lingam. What is the Kegel? I'm sure there's a lingam, correspondence. Everything has a correspondence. If you do Kegels while you do Brazil sitting in cross, because you're taking the energy, you're squeezing it up, and it goes up and it shoots out your head, crown chakra. It's over, baby. It is over. The yoni is money coming and going all day long. Why do you think it's the most wanted thing on the whole planet? Everybody's trying to get some. If you don't have one, you're trying to get some. Everybody came out of one It's the most wanted thing on this whole entire planet. Is Yodi. There you have it. Here's number 3. I don't have to say more about Brazil. The only way that you're going to know that Brazil works is that you are going to have to use it every single day for 30 days. I promise you, after 30 days, something big will happen. And maybe even during the 30 days, depending on where you are in consciousness, where you start and where you complete. I promise you, any problem you have, anything to do with money, it'll be straightened out in 30 days. Chant Brazil every single morning. Don't take the weekends off. Be relentless. Be uncompromising. Reconstitute your life. Don't stay up late at night. Reconstitute your whole life. Reconstruct your days so that you can wake up early in the morning and go straight into chanting Brazil for an hour. Sorry to say for 5 hours. It's not 5 hours. For an hour, you'll be good. Here's number 3. Please get this book. EDWENE Gaines, The 4 Laws of Prosperity. Now this thing is gonna go even deeper. If you just have these 5 resources, just stay with them for like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I stayed with John Randolph Price for years, probably almost a decade, on and off, going into them, going back to them, doing the processes again. Definitely do the processes every year. Wow. This next one, EDWENE Gaines, number 3. I'm gonna link it up below. The 4 Laws of Prosperity. First of all, EDWENE Gaines is a minister. She's a unity minister. And this is what EDWENE Gaines has done. She went from broke, busted, and disgusted with her child, no money, husband left her, woe is me story, victim story, to being this very wealthy woman, a wealthy minister who owns this huge land. She has a whole ranch and all of this. And anything she wants, she just buys it for cash. She wants a new car, she buys it for cash. She wants this, she buys it for cash. She wants that, she buys it for cash. Just everything. Everything paid for in cash. I mean oodles of money. Oodles and oodles and oodles of money. Yes, they're in my Amazon store. Yes! Under Wealth and Abundance. So, go to, I'm going to link them up below too. Go to the book. It's called The 4 Laws of Prosperity by EDWENE Gaines. Mind-blowing, because that's what one of the laws is, forgiveness. Because if you have debt, you're not forgiving. Ooh. Or, not that you're not forgiving, maybe you are forgiving. There is yet more forgiveness to unfold. Debt is unforgiveness. 4 Laws of Prosperity. That book would just have your mouth. And the processes that she teaches and takes you through, she trains prosperity teachers. Maybe you might want to go to her ranch and be trained as a prosperity teacher. I don't know if she still does it, but she did for many years. Number 4. This man, I just reflect on all this man has done for me in the way of money. So T. Harv Eker, what does this man teach me? T. Harv Eker rewired a lot of things in my brain, and I have put thousands of dollars into T. Harv Eker programs. And every one, I would do it again in a heartbeat and return to me results. He gets results. T. Harv Eker, just get the millionaire mind, T. Harv Eker. And I used to go to his events all the time when he was having those big events. He used to have these big events called the Millionaire Mind Intensive. It was a whole weekend. It was free. Man, I would go to those events. I would do all these things. And then, of course, I would buy what he was selling. And I would go to those things and be all in. And this is one of the biggest takeaways that I got from T. Harv Eker. Because, see, from each one of these teachers, I got something. From John Randolph Price, I really got presence, I am. From Dr. Pillai, I really got wealth, anchoring into wealth. From EDWENE Gaines, I really got forgiveness. If you don't forgive, you're not going to get very far. You're not going to be happy. And from T. Harv Eker, I got be spiritual and rich. Be spiritual and rich. Be kind and rich. Because before then, he was my teacher for that. See, you just have to know what each of these teachers are anchoring. And is that going to solve a problem inside your being? Yes. Yes. And me, with my teachers, I go deep with them. I spend thousands with them. And not spend, invest. Pardon, spend is not the word. Invest And I still have the results of everything that I received from all those teachers. And it's still progressing and expanding. These gifts from these teachers, they're infinite. They don't have an expiration date and they don't ever end. What you get from principle number 1 keeps giving you and keeps and keeps and keeps and keeps expanding. That's the nature of consciousness. So, T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Go to his events if he has them again. Get his online programs. This man will teach you. He has made multi-millions, and he's happy. And he's very, very, very spiritual. And I just hadn't seen a lot of people that would do that and were teaching you exactly how to do it. Now, Oprah did it, but she wasn't teaching you exactly how to do it. She was just doing it. Take it from her example. This man would lay out the exact steps of how he did it. That's what I love about that. Number 5. I hope you all are writing down all of these resources. Number 5, this is going to be my shameless plug for the 40s series. 40 money mantras, 40 money spells, 40 money scriptures. Hey, San Diego, I love it. Mwah. Why the 40s series? Get all 3, they're only 11. They're very magical. They're very magical because I did not write them. You see, when the 40 money mantras started coming to me and I began writing these mantras, I was like, who are you? Because I could tell this wasn't my usual writing. I don't even write like this. Who are you? This is an angel that came that began to give me the words that are energy patterns, blueprints for energy, such that if you use the words, the energy flows. Oh my God. Oh, your 40th year of life, yes. So get the 40 series. My books, 40 money mantras, 40 money spells, and work the spells. These are exact same things that I did all the time. All of it is right there. The 40 money spells, all the magic I was working for money, it's right in there. And 40 money scriptures. If you have this collection of tools that I just gave you today, these spiritual tools, and please, family, you cannot just watch this video. Family, you have got to work it. Oh, nice. Thank you, Danielle. Family, you have got to work these. Tell me who's going to work it. Put I am in the comments. Are you going to work it? You cannot just listen to a video. It's great to be on a video. You have to work that thing like it's like your life depended upon it. Who's going to work their process to an even greater degree? Like I'm seeking to expand in consciousness. I am beautiful. Who else? I am beautiful. Beautiful. Who else? Work your process. I am beautiful. We have some commitments here. I'm going to work it. You know that's right. Come on. I'm working. I am. That's how you get the win. And I want you to get the win. I love you. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Look at all the I ams. I am. That's right. I am. That's right. I'm ready. Work it, family. It works if you work it. Mwah. Peace. KAISI out. That was fun.